London was like, it's pretty cool that he has all that stuff like that they use when they record characters.
That's funny. That's great.
London was like, it's pretty cool that he has all that stuff like that they use when they record. Mute. Amateur.
No.
Okay.
The post.
All right, we are live. Thank you guys so much for being on. I know it was like, Miguel, am I right in saying that was Canadian Day or Canada Day this past weekend?
Yeah, it was Canada Day on Saturday.
Okay, and so we have 4th of July tomorrow, which we, as Americans, prolong into like a 5-day period. So I appreciate everybody that's on. There's already close to 200 people on, and I know that's going to continue to rise. And I know that has a lot to do with the fact that our speaker happens to be one of the most amazing speakers, in my opinion, in all of Beachbody. Miguel has literally every qualification or thing that I could possibly announce. He was the very, very first, way back when, very first diamond coach in Canada. And he then took on like every single first that Canada could possibly have. And we're talking like first star diamond in Canada, and then the first elite coach in Canada, and then the first elite couple in Canada, the millionaire in Canada, you know? So he has literally all the credentials that I know so many of you guys have in your aspirations to achieve. And he put together something that I think enticed a lot of people to probably get on this call, and that was how to get to diamond in 7 days. So I am excited to welcome to the call one of my very own, Miguel Carrasco.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks so much, Lindsay, for the intro. I'm super excited to be on this call, and yeah, it was Canada Day, woo! And now tomorrow is 4th of July, which is going to be great. So excited for that as well. I know pretty much Canada's been partying since Thursday, Friday-ish last week, along with pretty much all the Americans that I know as well. So it's been awesome. It's been super incredible just to see everybody having a good time. But as well, I know I've seen a lot of people working their butts off, closing the month incredibly strong, and just making it happen with Success Club. And the reason I really wanted to focus on Diamond in 7 days is because a lot of times we get a lot of people that talk about, like, you know, if you hit Success Club, then you should be successful. Or if you become Diamond, you should be successful. If you do all these things, then you should be successful. And success, a lot of people equates to income, and sometimes they don't see that. And so what I wanted to do is, you know, yes, entice you to get on this call with Diamond in 7 days. And yes, I'm going to show you how you could do that, how it all works, step by step. So get your notebooks ready. I've already made a PDF file as well of all of my slides, which I'll be posting up, or saying to Lindsay, I haven't figured it out yet, to get posted up, so you don't have to worry about all that as well. So you can have all the content. And my goal for this is that you leave from this inspired, that you leave from this motivated to actually set some goals and stick to those goals and make them happen. And no matter what anyone says all around you, that you decide to just totally continue to crush it, continue to make it happen, and continue to just dream bigger than you've ever dreamed your whole life. And I know something. I know that because Lindsay gave me a couple days to pick, and I wanted to pick today on purpose because I knew that the people that would be on this call are the ones that are actually working, that actually want this to happen, that aren't full of excuses and that really want to grow their business. And that's who I want to talk to at this point in my career anyway as a coach. And so that's what I'm super fired up about. So I'm going to just go ahead and get right into it and share my slides. I don't usually use this thing, so let me just, hopefully this all works. I think I know what I'm doing here. Application. Let me do a slideshow from beginning. And that's good. Okay, so share my slides. My slideshow. All right, Lindsay, just I think I'm sharing. Just come on if it's not sharing. If you don't come on, then I'm assuming that it's working. So I will give an income disclaimer real quick here. Team Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coaching opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own diligence, effort, and skills. And you can check out the Statement of Independent Coach Earnings for the most recent information of the actual income of all of our coaches. And I love that statement. I read it out every call because every call I do, at some point or other, I talk about income because honestly, I'm not ashamed of income. I think that income is a beautiful thing because it allows you to do the work that we do. Why do you think charities out there are always asking for donations and things like that? It doesn't matter where you are. You go to church, you join anything in life, you need money in order to power your dreams and power your mission forward. So never be shy of the fact that we do make income as coaches. That said, of course, not everyone is going to do what Lindsay's done. I don't think anyone's done what Lindsay's done. She's probably the highest earning coach in all of Beachbody, I'm sure, if not number one or number two. And secondly, I'll tell you that a lot of stuff that I've done hasn't been duplicated. And but the good news with that is I'll tell you right now, I'm not the smartest. I'm not the best looking. I'm not the best poster. I'm not the best on video. I don't think I'm the best presenter. I'm not the best at anything, but one of the things that I will tell you that I'm really good at is when I set a goal, I stick to it, I finish it, and then I reassess and move forward and figure out what my next goal is going to be. But I never set a goal and say, oh, you know what? I'm not going to do it anymore. I always make it happen. And that's what comes down to the statement, which is your own diligence, efforts, and your skills. And so today we're going to talk about becoming a diamond coach in 7 days. So we're going to get right into it. Okay. Are you ready for it? Okay, here we go. Step number 1 to becoming a diamond coach 7 days out of the 7-step process. Here we go. Step number 1, diamond is a decision. See, here's the thing. See, I fully believe that every single one of you has gone or will go diamond in 7 days. Let me say that again. I fully believe that every single one of you, including Lindsay, including myself, including Bonnie, Jamie, Aaron, Casey, you name it, all these incredible coaches, all of them went diamond in 7 days. And they might tell you, well, it actually took me 36 days, or it took me 52 days, or it took me 6 months, it took me 2 years. But here's the reality, that all of what happened before the 7-day period started was the buildup and the learning and the lessons and all the things that people had to go through in order to get to a point in their business where they were ready to execute on a game plan that would see them become a diamond coach. Now, the question is, how long will it take you to get to this point, to make that decision? Because quite honestly, all the things that you do right now as a coach, if you are not a diamond, are the same things that you will do over the next 7-day period if you decide to become a diamond coach in 7 days. Here's a question for you in the comments. How many of you are not a diamond coach, but are going to commit right now, this moment, this second, this moment in time, July the 3rd, 2017, to become a diamond coach in the next 7 days? Meaning that on the 10th of July, you will be all set up and ready to go, and you will be a diamond coach. And that following Thursday at Coach Summit, you will wake up in the morning, that Thursday morning, and you will see diamond coach in the back office. How many of you are ready to actually say, I'm going to do this? Because this is the first and most critical step. You see, unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situations or their past. They look at the goal and they say, well, I've never done anything like this before in my life. Therefore, why should I be able to do this? And they base every decision in their life. And maybe you know this person intimately, and maybe it's you. And you've always seemed to struggle at the same thing over and over again because, quite frankly, you base your decisions based on your past. See, the past is gone, it's done, it's dead. The reality is all that matters is moving forward. But unsuccessful people continue to make decisions based on current situations. I'm broke. I don't have the income. I can't go to Coach Summit. It's a week away. There's no possible way I can make it. I've never been able to do things like this before. I've never lost the weight. I've never been successful in business. I can't, I won't, and therefore I never will. Is that you? Because if that's you, you need to change that, because that is what's holding you back. It's not what to do. It's why you're not doing it. It's why you're not taking action. See, Simon Sinek started off really nicely. He said, start with why. All business start with why. What's your why? What's your why? Here's the thing. I think why is awesome, but it can be applied to many other reasons that you don't succeed in life. Why don't you actually succeed? It's not because of what you can do. It's because of what you did. And that's broken programming in your mind. See, successful people, they think differently. They make decisions based on where they want to be in life. Where do they want to be? I use this picture on purpose because there's 4 guys right there, all diamond coaches, all incredibly successful coaches in this business. I don't even have to say their names. You know who they are. Did you know that Beachbody is such a small fraction of males that are actually succeeding, that are elite coaches in this business? 3 of the coaches in that picture are elite male coaches in this business. I don't even know how many more there are, to be honest. But what was that decision based on? Was it based on, well, there's no possible way I'll become a diamond coach because, quite frankly, men don't become diamond coaches. I need to go make a group of men and we're going to complain about why we're never successful and what we need to do. Or are we going to change our state and our mindset and stop thinking, I'm a male, they're female, different business, blah, 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 and just focus forward? See, successful people, I'll say it again, they make decisions based on where they want to be. They don't say, well, I can't go to Coach Summit because I don't have the income. I can't become a diamond coach because I don't know what to do. No. They say, I will become a diamond coach. Now, how do we do it? And that's the key. And I'll prove this to you. See, our brains are incredibly powerful, but at the same time as they can lift us higher, they can bring us down so much. How many times have you been running or doing some kind of activity and you got a little cramp in your side? And if you focused on that cramp, it became so debilitating that you had to stop. Or a little pinch that started to feel like a nerve and you started freaking out and you stopped. See, so many times we choose to focus on certain things or not, because I bet you there's other times that you got a little pain or a little cramp, but you chose to not focus on it, and quite frankly, you completely forgot about it. See, our brains are incredibly powerful. They reprogram themselves. One of the things I've been focusing on the last 6 months is learning how the brain works. And one cool thing I've learned is that it literally creates neural pathways in your brain based on decisions that you make consistently. And as you make those same decisions, there's like highways in your brain. And as you continue to make the same decision, those highways become the fastest path forward. So as an example, let's say many of you say, well, I can never get up in the morning. It's too early to get up. Well, your brain starts to believe that and creates a highway that anytime you wake up in the morning, the fastest way forward in your brain is to say, don't work out. You don't do it. So it doesn't take the new road. New roads are hard to make in your brain. Let me give you a real world example. All of you are sitting there, maybe in a car or whatever. If you're in a car, pull over. Here's what I want you to do. Look around you right now and look at all the brown things around your room. Look around you. Look around all the brown things. Find all the brown things you see. The pen that's brown, the wallpaper that's brown, all the brown stuff. Okay, now come back to me. Hope you got it all the brown stuff. Now, close your eyes for 1 second and name all the things that were red in your room. How many red things can you name? Not many, because you weren't focused on it. You were focused on the brown. Now let's do it again. Open your eyes. Look at all the red. Look at all the red things in your room. There's a red flag. There's a red flag over there. I love red. I got a red flag on me here. I got some red flags over here in the corner. I got other stuff on the red. All the red. How you got all these red things? Here's what's funny about our brains. Our brains will focus on whatever we tell it to focus on, because our brains want us to succeed. In fact, I bet many of you saw things that weren't really red, but you called them red anyway because you wanted to win and be successful. So our brains are incredibly powerful. Step 1 in becoming a diamond coach is just to decide to do it. Decide to say you're going to do it and start creating that neural pathway in your mind that says, I can be successful. I will achieve it. I can become a diamond coach. This isn't just some hokey pokey stuff. You wake up in the morning and say, I will be a diamond. No, this is the reality. If you don't start here, you will fail at everything else. Step 2, where are you and where do you need to be? Think about it. Step 2 is really taking a look at all the things that you're doing right now and figuring out if those things are going to take you where you need to be. So on a sheet of paper, just take a piece of paper, a life planner, whatever you want to do. Just grab it. And what I want you to do, on a scale of 1 to 10, for where you want to be, okay? Don't even think diamond. Think 15-star diamond. 1 to 10. 1 being poor, 10 being incredible. You should be a 15-star diamond coach right now. Where are you at with your health and fitness journey with Beachbody? Be brutally honest. I'm not going to ask you to share this, okay? 1 to 10, where are you at? 1 being you haven't done a workout program with Beachbody in over a year, and it's not because of a medical reason. It's just because you haven't wanted to. 1 being you don't drink Shakeology every day. You drink it every other day. You don't really like it. Maybe you don't even drink it. Maybe it's not even on auto ship. You buy it when you have the funds because you believe you don't really have the funds. You're focusing so much on the past. That's 1. 10 being you drink Shakeology every day, sometimes twice a day. You've got the performance line. You do a 3-day refresh once a month. If you're in the States, you do Ultimate Reset. You have all different flavors of Shakeology. When people come over, you make them Shakeology. You make them love it. You just love it. You do the workout programs every single day. You post to your challenge groups. You go live doing workouts, running, whatever you want to do. That's a 10. Where are you at with your health and fitness? Okay, personal development. Where are you at with that? When's the last time you read a book? Listen, if your answer is you've never read a book, don't even give yourself a 1, give yourself a 0, okay? You got to get started with this. This is one of the biggest keys in unlocking your success. Where are you at? Are you at a 1 where you haven't really been reading much? Maybe you watch a couple YouTube videos, you're doing some stuff, maybe that's a 3, 4. But a 10 is someone that spends an hour or 2 every single day doing personal development. And see, so many people have this thing where like, see, and I know a lot of people talk about, just do personal development 15 minutes a day, you'll do great. I'm sorry to say that is BULSHIT with a capital, exclamation mark, all capitals. You can't grow in life working on yourself 15 minutes a day. Well, I don't have more than 15 minutes a day. Again, that is simply not true. There's been studies done that every single person on this planet, no matter how productive they are, every single day, they go in with a game plan, they're done the day. Every single person on this planet wastes 2.5 hours every single freaking day, whether they try hard to or not. So if you are trying hard, you are still wasting 2.5 hours every single day. Maybe you went to get gas and you played the radio instead of playing a podcast. And you're like, well, that wasn't far. Yeah, but it was 6 minutes that way and 6 minutes back. That's 12 minutes gone. Maybe you drive your kids to sporting events and things like that. Maybe they don't want to listen to personal development. Guess what? You can still listen to personal development. The other day, you know what I started doing about a year ago? I started making my kids personal development DVDs because we had this DVD player in the back of our enclave, and I was like, this is really cool. But I really got tired of them watching just cartoons and stuff like that. And they're going to watch anything at this age anyway. So I started finding personal development that I thought that they would like to listen to that is at the same time that I would love. And so I have all these sets of DVDs that I made myself just watching YouTube videos. I put them all together and they watch them in the car, and that's what they watch and they love it. My son ended up starting he started a club in his school in grade 3 for doing personal development. These guys do personal development. They have an entrepreneurship club. There are so many things that you can do. So now every single day, just driving them back and forth to school, that's another 45 minutes of my day where I'm doing personal development. Cutting the grass, personal development. Watering the plants, put your headphones in, listen to personal development. Listen, 15 minutes is nothing. Everyone can do 15 minutes of personal development every single day. I challenge you to do an hour or 2 personal development every single day. Think about it. You would be so different if you spent 1,000 hours a year doing personal development. You would grow. This whole business is growing. It's all about growing yourself. The third thing, inviting to challenge groups. Where are you at with that? Are you inviting all the time, or are you saying, yeah, I don't really invite anymore. It's not my thing. 1 being you don't invite anymore, 10 being you do. And I don't care if you do it through personal messages, your personal page, Facebook ads, Instagram Live. Doesn't matter. Snapchat, I don't care. There's so many tools out there. You can do all of them or none of them or one of them. I don't care. It doesn't matter, but just do it. Invite to challenge groups. That's what we do as coaches, is we help people by connecting them with the right challenge group. And some people ask me, they say, well, hold on a minute. I don't want to invite. I don't care how you invite, whether you put it out there so people ask you questions, you do it more smoothly and softly that way, or whether you put a flat out post that says, join my challenge group. It doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you. 10 being you're doing it every single day. You should be inviting to your challenge group 3 times a day. 10 being you're doing that 3 times a day. 1 being you're not doing it at all. Okay? Where are you at? Inviting to coaching. How often are you inviting to coaching? Oh, well, I don't want to bug people. Are you inviting to coaching, or are you inviting to discount coaching? Personally, I think you should just invite to coaching. That's it. Invite them to be a coach. Who wouldn't want to be a coach? Who wouldn't want to help other people? Who wouldn't want to get paid to work out? Who wouldn't want to do all these things? Everyone wants to do these things. Everyone on the planet dreams of being able to get paid to work out and eat healthy and inspire other people and be surrounded by positive people and be on calls like this where they get inspired and fired up and motivated. Everybody wants that. What are you so shy about? What are you so scared of? 1 being you don't invite to coaching. You don't post to your challenge groups if whether or not they want to become coaches. You don't post on social media. You're not taking out Facebook ads. You're not doing anything. That's a 1. You're not coaching, okay? 10 being you do all of it. You run Facebook ads. You go live. You invite to coaching. You post on social media. You send private messages. When you're at the store, you invite people. You start conversations. You're always inviting. That's a 10. Social media game. Where's your social media game at? 1 to 10. 1 being not so good. Last time you updated your Facebook banner was like 2 years ago. It's not very good. Doesn't really talk about you. It talks all about Beachbody. Maybe your posts are all salesy. You're promoting the Beachbody company. Listen, social media, I'm going to tell you, yes, it's changed, but it still works, if not better than it ever has before. It really bugs me when people say, well, you can't grow this business as you used to with social media. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Before, it was a little bit easier to be mediocre, but now it's easier than ever to be great. Let me say that again. Before, it was really easy to be mediocre, and you had a lot of mediocre coaches doing whatever and having some kind of success. Now, it is easier than ever to be a great coach. How do I say that? Because there are so many examples of great coaches. Look at the top 10, top 20, what they're doing. They're going live. They're having success. I've had the greatest coaches' success stories come out over the last year and a half when it's supposed to be hard. Why is it? Because it's easier than ever. There are more lessons to be learned. The problem is that the easy post, where's the graphic of the challenge pack? I can just post up and get a sale. Yeah, that doesn't work anymore. And guess what? It should have never worked in the first place. People don't like that. What you got to do now with social media is promote you, brand you. You are the brand. You are the people. It doesn't matter if there's a sale or whatever is going on with Beachbody or new programs. Quite honestly, people don't even care. What they care about is that you're fired up. See, a new program could come out next week, and there is one coming out next week, right? So there's going to be some people that are going to be like, guess what? Beachbody likes a new program. Yay, here's my post and my link and buy the program or my new challenge group. That's boring. People hate that. What they want to see is they want to see you at Coach Summit. They want to see you working out with Chris Downing. They want to see you working out outside using the markers. They want to see you loving it. You want people to message you and literally say, I don't even care what the heck you're doing, what program, what workout, what company, I don't care. You look awesome. You look happy. Whatever you're drinking, give it all to me. Let's make this thing happen. That's what you want, because those are the people that are going to become star diamonds. Those are the people that are going to become emerald diamond coaches. They're going to move your business forward. The people that come to you because they're getting a sale or a discount, yes, 1 in a million might become successful. For the most part, they're not going to. So people are not buying Beachbody. They're not buying Chris Downing. They're not even buying Shaun T. Guess what they're buying? They're buying you. They want to be a part of you. They want you to inspire them. They want you to lift them up. And if your social media game is a 1, you're not going to do it. Be honest. 1 to 10. Where are you at? Okay, step number 3. What are you willing to sacrifice short term? And I'm going to be real with you instead of fake and say, you can become a diamond coach by just, 2 hours a day. No, that's not going to happen. Listen, the dreams that you have, that you want to accomplish for your life, for your goals, financial, health, fitness, family, all those things, they won't happen unless you sacrifice. That is the law of the land, of the world, of business, of everything that I know. That is how the world works. It tests you to see if you really want it. Everyone has the same amount of issues, the same amount of problems. They're all different, but we all have them. So what are your problems that you're allowing to weigh you down? So what you got to do is start sacrificing things. You know, if you know, quite honestly, that you're watching Netflix an hour a day and you're like, no, but I'm really not watching it. I'm working on my laptop. It's just background. No, it's not. You're lying. You would be way more productive if you turned off Netflix and just freaking worked. You got to put in 100% effort. You are not working if you're sitting in front of TV watching Orange Is the New Black while you're sending a few scrolls and hitting like and call. I know what you do. Don't do that. That is not sacrifice. You got to sacrifice Netflix, television, sports, whatever it is that you do. For the first 2.5 years, almost 3 years of my business, I didn't even turn on a television. I didn't play any video games. I didn't do anything. I sacrificed all the things that I like to do. I didn't hang out with any of my friends. And people are probably be like, whoa, hold on. You can't tell me that I can't hang out with my friends. Well, listen, if you want to become a diamond coach in 7 days, you got to be willing to sacrifice hanging out with your buddies on Friday. You got to be willing to sacrifice the 4th of July party. Now you're like, whoa, hold on now. You're telling me, hey, listen, the first couple years when I was a coach, I didn't go out for Canada Day. I didn't do any of that stuff. I sacrificed so much stuff. And that's why I'm able to live the life that I can live now. But I sacrificed so much more than most people. Listen, you want to be successful? You want to pass the person that's 1 above you, 2 above you, 10 above you? The reason they're beating you is they're sacrificing more than you. So stop believing that you can do all these things without sacrifice. I'm being real with you. Stop hanging out with the friends that pull you down. Stop hanging out with people that have no idea how to grow a network marketing business, that have no idea how to eat healthy for any consistent period of time. Stop going to sporting events. Listen, I love hockey. And now because of all the sacrifices that I did, I can go to any game I want. I can sit wherever I want. I've gone to Tampa. I've got to incredible games with Lindsay. It's been awesome. But I didn't do that day one. I didn't sign up to coach and then go, okay, let's get the first row seat at a hockey game. It's going to be awesome. No, you got to sacrifice for years. It depends. Listen, if you want to go diamond in 7 days, sacrifice for 7 days. You'll make it happen. But why stop there? Keep sacrificing. Go 1 star, 5 star, 10 star, 15 star, whatever you desire. 3rd, 4th, 5th business center. I don't know what your goals are. But I do know that those goals won't happen unless you continue to sacrifice. Movies, dinners, maybe you have other business ideas. I was that guy. I always had multiple business ideas. I always had ideas. And that is a great thing. But if you want to accomplish one great thing, you can't accomplish that one great thing while also trying to accomplish 47 million other things. Well, yes, this cloth and this candle and this scent and this lipstick and this shade, they all blend with my business. So name one coach that has achieved the whatever 15-star diamond rank by selling cloths or candles or other stuff. It just won't happen. So stop thinking that you will be the one that will break the mold and somehow accomplish some incredible success by focusing on 47 million other things. You're not going to be that person because that person doesn't exist in any business that I've ever known, network marketing or not. You're going to have to sacrifice family time, maybe some couple time, maybe your own personal time that you like to do certain things. And here's the thing, and here's my last tip on this. You got to be willing to sit down with your family and discuss this plan. Because I think the mistake when you sacrifice these things is if you just start doing it, right? If you just started ignoring your spouse and your kids, that is a very, very bad plan. Do not do that. A good plan would be to sit down with them because they're obviously on your side anyway. Sit down with them and explain to them and say, hey, listen, I want to push really hard. I want to make these goals happen. I'm going to push for the next 7 days, the next 30 days. I don't know what you decide to tell them. But while I push, I'm going to sacrifice these things of my own, right? I'm not going to do this thing that I like to do. I'm not going to go do that thing I like to do. At the same time, I got to sacrifice. I know we like to sit down and watch an hour or two of shows at night and our favorite shows, and I love them, trust me. But I can't do that for the next 7 days because I got to go all in on this thing because I know this is going to work and it's going to happen. When I go all in, everything will just align. This hasn't been working for me because I'm just not all in, and I just need your support on this. And guess what? If they love you, respect you, and honor you, they will give you that. They don't have to believe in Beachbody. Don't convince them of your dream. That's a mistake. It's your dream. It's not their dream. But because they love you and respect you, they should be willing to say, okay, go try that and let's see how it works. And they will love you more for actually sitting down with them and having a real serious conversation about what you're about to sacrifice so they understand it instead of you just going off and doing your own thing. We've done a lot of counseling and stuff with my wife, and we love it. We go all the time. And one of the things we've learned is that most of the time when couples argue and fight, it's simply because they're not talking enough. They're not telling people their expectations. So one person goes off and does something for a reason. The other one just doesn't even know why they're doing it. They're getting madder and madder and madder until eventually it blows up into a massive fight. This person's like, how dare you get mad at me? This is my dream. And the other person's like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know this was your freaking dream. So don't go there. Just sit down, talk it through. What are you willing to sacrifice? On this slide, as I go down to the next slide, write out the things right now on a piece of paper that you're willing to sacrifice today, that you're going to sacrifice to actually make your dreams happen. Okay, step 4, understand clearly what is required to become a diamond coach in 7 days. What is required? What is it? See, you can't win a race if you don't know what the rules in the race are, if you don't know where you're supposed to go. And so many people will come to me and say, okay, I'm going to go diamond in 7 days. I'm like, great. So do you know what a diamond coach is? Well, no, not really. Okay, well, let's just rewind it just a little bit. I'm not going to go into all the little details, but in the simplest form, it's actually quite easy. 2 new emeralds and 6 active coaches. That's it. Total of 8 actives, but 2 of them are emerald. That's it. Balanced legs. It's not a problem. See, here's the thing. You know how many tens of thousands of coaches were added just last week to Beachbody? I'm sure it's a lot. Just in my own downline, I think it was 400 some coaches were added just last week. So there's probably tens of thousands that got added all across Beachbody last week. Don't quote me on that. I don't know what the number is, but we're adding a ton of coaches. You can't find 12? You can't find 8? Really? That's quite odd to me. You can do it. There's not that many out there that have heard about Beachbody. It's a small little fraction, right? People are like, yeah, well, I love the UK launch. Believe me, my wife and I went to the UK. We're excited about the UK. But here's the thing. We don't need the UK. The UK doesn't have to come in. Like, I get tired of people are like, okay, well, when the UK comes, I'm going to like push it in. It's going to be so great. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't need the UK launch. You've got freaking North America that has like the biggest obesity problem in the freaking world. You can help people today, every single day. And guess what? People that were doing Beachbody workouts 3 years ago, they probably quit and stopped, and they're waiting for someone to motivate them to see something on social media from someone else, and they're going to join their challenge group, and maybe it'll be you. I don't know. But there is so much out there, so much potential for you to reconnect with your existing challengers, to go into your back office. When's the last time you, quite frankly, went in and checked to see all your customers that are on AutoShip HD? When's the last time you pulled that list and looked at it and looked at every single person that buys from you? See, I do that. People ask me like, hey, you're always on that volume board for Lindsay still, like, but you're not selling lots of challenge packs. How is that? You want to know why? Because I do little things. I pull down my list of people that have been on my HD for years, and I send them little messages. I say, hey, do you want to join my next challenge group? I do these things. I connect with them. Sometimes I'll send them little gifts. Are you doing that? Are you going the extra mile? See, you got to understand clearly what it is that you want to accomplish in life in order to accomplish it. If you want to have high volume, figure out what those things are. Here's the thing, a last point on this. When I started Beachbody, I was really good at getting new coaches, getting started, but I wasn't really good at volume. And so I went on the boards. I started looking who's the best consistently in volume. At that time, it was Marina from BC, Mayor Bold or something. I can't remember her name. If someone wants to type it in the chat, if she's on here, hey, sorry, I forgot your last name. But anyway, Marina, I messaged her. If I remembers this, I'm like, hey, listen, you're killing it with like volume. Like, how does volume work? And then I remember messaging Shay as well. I messaged her. I'm like, you're killing it in volume. How does volume work? And they all told me what to do, how to do it. And then for a while, I was like the top volume person for like a year. Really, really. So how did that happen? It's because I understood what was required in order to achieve my goal. See, your goal of diamond is actually really easy. It's so simple. All of you could go diamond by July the 10th. Because, yeah, you know what it is. You got to sign up. Maybe some of you 8, maybe some of you less. As an example here, maybe you're missing just 1 emerald and 4 coaches. That's nothing. You could do that tomorrow, let alone 7 days, which brings me to step 5. You got to make a game plan.
Meg.
So you can't just go in on a challenge. The picture behind you you can't really see it, but it was, we were doing like this exercise where we had to cross this. Hello?
Hey, so your slides are stuck. Can you exit out and then re-enter to see if it'll fix? It's still stuck on slide 2, which is fine. Just go to step 5.
Okay. Can you still see my screen or what?
I don't see your screen anymore, so go to screen share again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's good. Let's see, from current slide. And then share again. Can you see that?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, step 5, make a game plan. So behind here, you kind of see people like crossing this fire river. It's like a river of fire and stuff, and people were crossing it. But the first thing is they had to figure out a game plan of how they were going to cross this river. It's the same thing when you want to become a diamond coach. You got to figure out, what can you actually do to make your goal a reality? So for some of you, and these are just some examples, you got to post to your challenge groups about a lot more about becoming a coach. Maybe you got to post it with a little more gusto. Maybe you got to say it's a unique time right now to become a Beachbody coach. I'd love to talk to you more about it. I don't know what you want to do, but you got to post in your challenge groups about becoming a coach. The one that I do a lot is I message people with the greatest transformation. Just send them a message. And just send them a message and say, hey, I'd love to talk to you about this thing. I just posted it in my challenge group. You might have seen it. Oh, yeah, I saw it. Do you have some time to talk on the phone? That's how I do it. I talk on the phone, and it works really, really well when I talk to people on the phone. The third one, invite to your challenge groups. When's the last time you actually invited? Start inviting the challenge group. We should be inviting, like I said, 3 times a day. Invite to coaching. Continue to post amazing content. Or for some of you, start posting amazing content, whether it's live, images, stories, it doesn't really matter. However you want to connect with people is how you should do it. That's really step 5. Make a great game plan for yourself that you can execute on. Don't just start executing. I think a lot of people miss this step. They're like, great, I'm going to become a diamond coach. Yes, I'm fired up, and that's great. And I'm excited that you are, but that's not enough, okay? You got to write out the game plan. You know where your issues are. You know what you got to work on. But now, what is that game plan? What are you actually going to do to make it happen? And then step 6 is just execute on that game plan. And one of the things I like to do in the beginning of the day is I really like to focus, for me, first 5 minutes of the day, I really want to put it out to the universe, whether or not what is going to happen in my day. And a lot of the times it works out the way that I want it to work. And again, it's kind of like the same thing where you focus on a color, that example that I gave you, when you put it out to the universe that you will become a diamond coach. See, in the comments, how many of you have ever said, okay, today I'm going to crush it, and you get up and you're fired up and you start talking about like how you're going to just sign up these coaches. Maybe you're thinking about it the night before, and then for some reason, you end up signing up more coaches that day. And for some reason, someone emails you back that hadn't emailed you in a year. Just all these little things just start happening simply because you put it out into the universe that you were actually going to do this thing. See, I don't know how to explain it, whether you call that God, another power, Mother Earth. I don't really care what you call it. But the reality is there is something out there that is powerful enough to listen to the things that you put out there that will allow things to work in your favor in your life. See, some of you just got to start twisting around your mentality. Start thinking, okay, well, how is life working for me? Instead of always thinking, how is life working against me? And you can tell those people so quickly. Be one of those people that's like, yeah, life's working for me. What do I got to do? Oh, yeah, here we go. So that's what you got to do. The next thing is the first hour of your day, if you're pushing for diamond, has to be focused on putting wheels in motion, in making things happen, in pushing things forward, in actually working your business. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to crush today and then go to work and then work on someone else's priorities for the next 4 hours and their dreams, and then like come home exhausted and just beat to the ground. That's not going to work for you. Now you might say, well, I got to go to work right away. Well, then you got to get up earlier. I'm sorry, you got to get up earlier. The first hour is critical. You got to get fired up and you got to take action. Maybe that's 30 minutes of working out and then 30 minutes of sending out some feeler messages and posting to a challenge group. Whatever it is, that will just shift your mindset so much that things will work in your favor. And when you're at work, you'll be working at your things, but you'll be so focused on the beach body, on the working out, on these other things. The universe will be working in your favor. And come lunchtime, you will be so excited to make it happen. See, I did that when I started coaching, and every lunch hour, I would actually literally run to my car, make a YouTube video in my car. And that was my goal, was like every single lunch hour that I had at work, I would run to my car and make a video and make a video. And you can go to my YouTube. They're still there. They weren't that great, terrible lighting, but you'll see all the videos that I made while I was literally building this business. Go back to 2012 to all that 2012 and 2013. You'll see them all. Like, I was working full time. I was trying to make this thing happen. I was literally running about 5 minutes to my car, spending 30 minutes making videos, running back, working, then running back home to work on my business until my eyes were literally bleeding at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. See, that's the kind of effort you got to put in if you want to make it happen. And I was working 60 hours a week, traveling Monday to Saturday, spending a little time on Sundays at home, and then doing it all over again and all over again and all over again while building this business. And I built it to a $100,000 business in 13 months. But I put it because I put in maximum effort. Everything else has to take a back seat. That's got to be your game plan. See, for the next 7 days, if you said, I'm going diamond July 10th, everything else is number 2. Everything. This is the number 1 priority. And you might say, well, my number priority is my family and my kids. Great. That's why this is number 1. See, don't be that technical person that's like, well, no, number 1 has to be, God. Next thing has to be like family. That's great. Those are mine too, okay? But here's the thing. This goes with that. Becoming a diamond coach will allow me to do way more of that. Way more of that. See, the last 3 days, I got to spend the last 3-4 days with an uncle I hadn't seen since I was 3 years old. It was incredible to see him playing in the pool, literally playing. He was acting like a 16-year-old kid with my dad in the pool. They jumped in with the shirts on and everything. It was ridiculous, and it was so fun. But the only reason I did that was because I sacrificed so much before that. Everything you do when you're going diamond, executing the game plan, ask yourself this question. I recommend you write this out and put it on your wall. And you should read this every single day until you become a diamond coach. Does this serve me? Does it help me achieve my goal? Ask yourself everything you do, the phone call, the friend coming over, if you're pushing hard for a goal, everything you do, does doing that serve me? Does it help me achieve my goal? You sat down with your family and said you were going all in. Ask yourself, does it serve you? You got to take relentless, unshakable, consistent action. And the last one is you got to teach the game plan to your coaches. And let me just go back to here. I think you guys can see me now. So hopefully you guys can see me again. So here's how, I kind of want to end it with this, and then I'll pass it back to Lindsay. Hopefully you guys can see me. If you can't, let me know, Lindsay, but I think you can.
You're good.
You're good? Okay, cool. So here's the thing. I believe that right now you are literally living in the greatest opportunity that you have ever seen in your entire life and that you ever will see. Honestly, there has never been a better time for you to take consistent, relentless, unshakable action ever in your life, ever again. And I don't believe it'll ever come again. See, if you love health and tell me yes. Put yes in the chat if this resonates with you. Do you love health and fitness? Say yes. Do you love family, relationships? Do you want to make them stronger with your friends, your family? Say yes. Do you love helping other people? Do you love being on calls where you get inspired? Do you love working out? Do you love drinking a healthy shake that makes you feel incredible? Do you love helping others? Do you love being financially successful? If that's you, if you love those things, if you love that, there is no better company that I know of on the face of this planet than Beachbody. That's a fact. There is no other one. Fact. I left a job at Microsoft, fact, to work with Beachbody because I knew that it was the only way that I could do what I wanted to do, and that was serve others. And I knew that in order to serve others, I needed to become successful, financially independent, so that I could do the things that I've always wanted to do. And if you don't do that, you'll never achieve it. This is a moment. This is a moment in time where Beachbody, a soon to become multi-billion-dollar corporation, is about to open up globally. They're going officially to the UK later this year. This won't happen again. The chances of you being alive in this moment, heading into this coach summit in the Superdome with months away from a launch to a country that is almost 2.5 times the size of Canada is going to open up, and you are ready and you know what to do. This will never happen again in your life. The only question is, will you take massive action and achieve the goals you've been waiting to achieve because you finally decide that you will become a diamond coach in 7 days? Or will you just take a back seat and party because, you know, it's 4th of July and I can do it on the 17th because it doesn't really matter? Well, you know what? Life flies by like that. And if you really want this, then you will make that decision today. I love you guys. I'll pass it back to Lindsay.
Wow. Seriously? I mean, I knew that you would deliver, but seriously, you should have seen the comments blowing up as you were talking. And the slides were out, and I'm like, I cannot interrupt him because you were on a roll. So thank you so much for being on. Guys, just so you know, we have a diamond call that happens 2 times a month that is specifically just for those who are diamond coaches. The next one happens to be on the 10th when Miguel has thrown you to the gauntlet to be able to hit. So let's make it your goal to be on that call. We have none other than who he mentioned on the call, Shay Stanford, leading that call. Shay has all the credentials Miguel does and is just an incredible speaker, teacher, leader. So it will no doubt be a great way for you to kick off your run as a diamond coach. For those of you who maybe do not hit it by then, you have Summit, obviously, next week. And then our next call would be the Surge that Beachbody is putting on with Carl Deichler. We're going to do our own Surge after that call. I believe that is the 19th. Yes, the 19th. His starts at 9 p.m. and ours starts at 10 p.m. That's Eastern time. So, you know, figure it out. You guys are big people, so you'll figure out with your time zone what that means for you. And I'll post more about it in the group. Miguel, if you can do me the favor of sending me your slides so I can share those in the groups. I'm sure people would love to see them. And again, thank you guys. Miguel, seriously, I hope you guys understand that we are all busting our humps right now pre-summit. You know, knowing that all the obligations that we have with our teams, Miguel's throwing an event, which hopefully you guys will be there, Ignite, where both him and I and many other of our team's top coaches are going to be speaking at. There's tons on our plates. There's the holiday weekend. There's tons of excuses, but he delivered. He showed up for you guys. And so I hope that you will do the favor and make it worthwhile and go and show up in your own business. Go and show up for your own teams. That is really what will create long-term success in your business and give you the freedom that you're so seeking right now. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. And again, Miguel, thank you so much. Love you. And I will see you next week. Yay! Bye, guys.
Bye. See you guys.